On this solemn occasion, it gives us immense pleasure to welcome Honorable Mr. Justice Ravi Shanker Jha, Chief Justice, Punjab and Haryana High Court, Patron-in-Chief, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Also, our esteemed chief guest of the function, Honorable Mr. Justice ArunPalli, Judge, Punjab and Haryana High Court, President, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Honorable Mrs. Justice Lisa Gill, Honorable Mr. Justice Raj Mohan Singh, Judges, Punjab and Haryana High Court, members, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, as well as dignitaries of the dais, and last but not the least, newly appointed trainee judicial officers from the state of Haryana to the inauguration of Induction training program. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamso ma jyotirgamaya. These Sanskrit words means lead me towards the truth from untruth, lead me towards light from darkness. Now, may I request honorable dignitaries on the dais to formally inaugurate the function by lighting the lamp with enchanting of Saraswati Vandana.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणा वरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शंकर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
We are overwhelmed to have with us our Patron-in-Chief. May I invite Dr. Balram K. Gupta, Honorary Chief Advisor, Academic Matters, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, Professor Emeritus to deliver his welcome address. Please, sir.
Honorable Mr. Justice Ravi Shanker Jha, Chief Justice, Punjab and Haryana High Court, and Patron-in-Chief of Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Honorable Mr. Justice ArunPalli, Judge, Punjab and Haryana High Court, and President, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Honorable Srimati Lisa Gill, Judge, Punjab and Haryana High Court, Member, Board of Governors. Honorable Mr. Justice Raj Mohan Singh, Judge, Punjab and Haryana High Court, and Member, Board of Governors. Honorable Justices of Punjab and Haryana High Court, other dignitaries, Mr. A.K. Sharda, Director, Administration, the young trainee judicial officers, I extend a very warm welcome on a warm afternoon. are the trainee judicial officers to undergo 1-year foundation program and training. During this particular year, you have to build up your skills. The knowledge of law is only one component. What matters further, the application of law to different factual situations. And that particular skill you need to develop during the course of the year. More than that, there are many other elements which strengthen the judicial human fabric, which need to be nurtured during this particular year that you would be with the Chandigarh Judicial Academy. To do justice or to remove injustice is a divine service. Judicial service, you are the fortunate ones who have got the opportunity to be part of this particular setup. The judicial service is compared with the military service. Both of you have to make sacrifices. And in this particular process, the Indian Military Academy produces cadet officers. Chandigarh Judicial Academy produces judicial officers. From trainee to trained judicial officers, that is what we are looking forward during this year. Harold Lasky once wrote a letter to Justice Holmes, and he said, "How much I wish if people could realize that judges are human beings." Justice Holmes wrote back to Harold Lasky, "How much I wish if judges could realize that they are human beings. You judges would be deciding various human disputes, live disputes as such. And this realization that a judge is a human being is most significant, which you need to nurture and cultivate within yourself. A judge must have a positive mind. Think positive, act positive, do positive." Alfred Nobel, long many decades back, was reading a newspaper in the morning, and he found his name in the obituary column. King of dynamite, merchant of death. He thought that this is how I'm going to be remembered. He was absolutely depressed. But within a day or two, he came out of it. He decided to set up a foundation to award Nobel Prizes every year for excellence contribution to humanity in that context. Alfred Nobel is no more. His fragrance continues. The positivity which he demonstrated, we remember him, that excellent work in different fields being honored, the Nobel laureates are produced. The judges need to have that positivity of mind. Lord Denning advised the judges, one thing which they never should lose, temper, his or her. And the example that I normally give, on Mondays he used to hear those petitions in which the person wanted to appear in person and argue. On a particular Monday, a lady argued her own case. She was heard, and finally the petition was dismissed by Lord Denning. The lady got furious. There were books lying in front. She picked up a book and threw at Lord Denning. He ducked and Before he could realize what had happened, the second book came flying. Denning didn't say a word. She walks up to the exit door, stands there, and finds that Denning is not saying anything at all. And then she says, even in a war situation, he is so cool, and walks out. After she walks out, Denning says, sudden provocation, and that was the end of the matter. This is how he dealt with this. The young judicial minds, Socrates, long time back, gave a four-way test. Hear courteously, consider soberly, answer wisely, decide impartially. This four-way test you need to learn during the course when you are with the academy. That is the test which each judge must carry out. Judges need to nurture happy minds. No stress. You need to enjoy your work. You would be far better in the quality of work that you would be producing, and the output would give you a lot of satisfaction in that context. And finally, I would say, good nature is the richest fruit of every human life, judges included. That be your recipe as such. I wish you all the best. My blessings to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. A Karmat Karm Yogi with a distinguished career in the bar spanning over 2 decades. His lordship adorned the bench of the High Court of Punjab and Haryana on 28 December 2013 and thereafter as a permanent judge on 19th of December 2014. Chandigarh Judicial Academy has been blessed to have His Lordship as its President Board of Governors since September 2022. I most humbly request Honorable Mr. Justice ArunPalli, Judge, Punjab and Haryana High Court, cum President Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, to address the august gathering.
Honorable the Chief Justice, my distinguished colleagues, former judges of the High Court, Justice Garewal, Justice Garg, Justice Agarwal, Justice Surinder Gupta, Justice Attri, Justice Gupta, I must say that your presence here today has truly maximized the grace of the occasion. Thank you so much for turning up here. The members of the faculty, the other participants, the officers, and all those who are truly the occasion and for whom we have assembled here today. Most of you would perhaps not know that more than 24,000 candidates had competed for selection to be here. And by process of elimination at different stages of the selection process, only 118 are shortlisted who are there with us. So heartiest congratulations to you all and a very warm welcome to the Chandigarh Judicial Academy. So the only message we wish to get across is this, that your appointment is an expression of our absolute trust, faith and confidence in your abilities to discharge the duties that are expected of you. Of course, you all know it, you are part of the playing 11, but how well you play and perform is a question you'll have to answer in the times to come. In the present day and age, the emerging trends, new challenges, the existing laws, the new legislations, economic, technical, other issues, I must say that judging today is a little complex, a little challenging. But I say so only with a limited purpose that Chandigarh Judicial Academy is well equipped and ready to train you well enough to face any of those challenges. I know all of you, you're yearning to hear the head of the family, the Patron-in-Chief, Honorable the Chief Justice, With this, I will wish you all the best in all your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Lordship. We have been highly enlightened with the words of wisdom flown from you. 113 newly appointed trainee judicial officers from the state of Haryana have recently joined its ranks. Who else can be happier on such occasion than the head of the family? We are fortunate that to bless us all with his words of wisdom, we have amongst us the head of the judicial family in his Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Ravi Shanker Jha, Chief Justice, Punjab and Haryana High Court, Patron-in-Chief, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Anu Bhadra Kritavo Yantu Vishvata, a hymn from Rig Veda, which means, let noble thoughts come to me from all directions. A theme was given by my lords to Madhya Pradesh Judicial Academy. He was the mind, soul, and spirit behind the magnus opus, Judicial History and Courts of Madhya Pradesh, and now a guiding light for the Chandigarh Judicial Academy. I most humbly solicit my lords to kindly share his precious thoughts with all of us. Please, Lordship.
Please sit down. Please sit down. My esteemed brothers and sisters on the dais, respected former judges of this court, the director of the academy, Mr. Sharda, Dr. Gupta, Professor Emeritus, a very, very valuable asset to all of us, for this academy, faculty members, and my young new friends. And I find there are some, Mr. Singh is here, senior advocate. Welcome to all of you. This is your first introduction to the system. Justice Palli has already cautioned you. You are the selected 117-18 from 24,000 candidates. Dr. Gupta has given you a brief of all those things that you are going to learn here. I will just tell you a few things, because at this stage I feel that telling you everything at this stage is probably not going to benefit you. But there's a word of caution here. Judges, as you know, are treated as gods, literally, because they decide the fate of the litigants. Manni Nyayadhish, Manni Nyayadhipati, these are the ways in which you will be addressed. While the fate of the issue that is raised in courts is decided in the court by the judges themselves are actually put to test every second of their life, even out of court. You are all young members of the new generation. You know how social media is nowadays used and misused. You all must have also seen several clips on the social media against judges, criticizing them, criticizing their judgments. Most of them you will find are relating to the behavior of judges, their conduct out of court, their conduct to their family members. In fact, when I came here as Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court, I came to know of an incident where A bright lawyer was recommended for elevation as a judge of the High Court, but his name was rejected because somebody searched out and circulated on the social media a photograph of that person dancing in some party some 20-30 years back. You can imagine something that person had done 20-30 years back impacted his elevation to the bench. What I'm trying to tell you is that some of you, of course, are here by choice. Most of you are here by chance. But this is not like any other job that you could have taken up. In this short period of your training here, you have to transform yourself into, Dr. Gupta said, human being. I say not a human being, but a superhuman being. You have to change your habits, you have to change your thinking, you have to change your way of living, you have to change everything. And all those values that you search for in great men, you have to inculcate in yourselves. We in the academy, we produce judges. The idea is not to train and teach you about law. The whole idea and concept is to create a judge. You have already studied the law. You will study it further. Life is all about learning. Throughout your life, you will keep on learning. We are learning. Everybody is learning. But what you have to learn here in the academy is to become a perfect human being in the eyes of the litigant, in the eyes of the public. And so this will require tremendous effort on your part to change your entire personality, your thinking, your way of living. Most of you must or might feel, or just out of college would feel that now there's a big achievement. You've been selected here, and now your time to enjoy life starts now. It's the other way around. Your time to stop all enjoyment starts now. You have to now be very, very circumspect in what you do, in what you see, what you speak, how you behave with your family. Your relationship with your family members will change. Your relationship with your friends will change. The manner in which you talk to people in public will have to change. The way you deal with cases, that's of course you learn here. The way you deal with lawyers, you learn here. But what are the high standards of morality and ethics that are expected of you, and which you must ensure that you inculcate here? That is the most important part of training. That is the transformation from a student or a trainee into a judge. Law you will learn, the lawyers will hammer it into you. They'll make sure that you learn it throughout. If you are young people, you might have careers of 30 years. In 30 years, lawyers will make sure, litigants will make sure that you learn the law. But what you have to learn here is how to become a good judge. What you have to learn is punctuality, integrity. You have to learn that you are impartial. You have to learn that Dr. Gupta gave you the incident of somebody throwing a shoe. Being calm doesn't mean that you all the time take a shoe on your face. But when to react, when not to react, as a judge, is what you have to learn. There is a time to react. There is a time not to react. You have to learn that. You have to learn when is the time to react, which is more important. In the Mahabharata, the Pandavas and the Kauravas continued to fight throughout their life. But they did not fight a war until a particular stage. The Pandavas continued to forgive them for everything. It is only when it reached a particular stage that they said, now there's no turning back. Now there's no stepping back. You must know when is that time that a judge must react. Before that, you have to take things as they are. See, in Shukraniti, there are 5 things that they say that a judge should never possess. Rag. Rag means, I don't know whether all of you know it or not, but it means your attachment, your liking, your affiliation for something. Something in life could be way of living, could be way of thinking. Lobh, greed, desire, bhay, fear. If a judge fears something, he is no judge at all. Because judging needs you to be fearless. Only then you can become a good judge. Dvesh, having ill feelings for others, having hatred, anger, passion, love for others, this is something that you have to avoid. And the last but not the least, most important is to ensure that in the eyes of the people you don't interact with the litigants and the lawyers in private, that you don't interact intimately with them in public, so that the litigant, when he comes to you, he genuinely says, Manni Nyayadhish ya Manni Nyayadhipati. This is what you have to inculcate here, you have to understand here, that this academy is not just about training yourself in law, but in this short, small span of time, you have to now inculcate in yourselves all the moral and ethical values that your parents have been trying to inculcate you since childhood, and which you have not till date inculcated in yourselves. So what you have not been able to do in the last 24, 25 years, you have to do in a short span of a few months. That is the hard work that this academy desires of you, requires of you. Because we, being part of the judicial system of the state, take immense pride in the fact that we are one of the best judiciaries. We have judges who are honest, hardworking. In fact, I've been incanting this all over the place because I'm extremely proud of the fact that Punjab and Haryana High Court is perhaps the only High Court in the country which is disposing of and deciding more cases than the number of cases that are being listed, perhaps the only High Court. I'm extremely proud of the fact. I'm privileged. I congratulate my judges for that. And this is what I expect from all of you. Also know at this initial stage itself that this system is a very harsh one. And deviations and abbreviations in service are dealt with very severely. People feel that they are harsh. People feel that they are inhuman actions that are taken. But punishment here is severe. Life here is not easy. So, just to caution you about what you are entering into, I have given you a few precepts. There's no use going into details about this at this stage. That will come later on when you've already gone through the training, then we'll talk about it. But at this stage, with these words of caution, I congratulate all of you. I welcome you to the academy. And I demand and I expect that all of you live up to this high standard and expectation of all of us, all the lawyers, the judicial system, the public at large. I congratulate you once again. The person who introduced the thing started with Asato ma sadgamay, tamso ma jyotirgamay, mrityorma amritam gamay. I also pray for all of you that this academy turns out to be a journey from Asat to Sat, from darkness to light, and from the fear of living to the joy of feeling that you are going to live up to eternity. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Lordship, for the words of wisdom. I promise on behalf of all the trainee judicial officers to lead a life and careers as per your expectations. As a tradition to welcome the guest, it is equally traditional to give the guest a warm and thankful send-off. May I invite Shri Ajay Kumar Sharda, Learned District and Sessions Judge, cum Director Administration, for vote of thanks.
Honorable Mr. Justice Ravi Shanker, Chief Justice, Punjab and Haryana High Court and Patron-in-Chief, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. Honorable Mr. Justice ArunPalli, President, Board of Governors of the Academy. Honorable Mrs. Justice Lisa Gill and Honorable Mr. Justice Rajmohan Singh, Members, Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. All the dignitaries of the dais, Dr. Balram K. Gupta, Honorary Chief Advisor, Academic Matters, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, and all the trainee judicial officers. Today, the 22nd February 23, is a memorable day for the Chandigarh Judicial Academy as well as for the newly inducted judicial officers of the state of Haryana who take their first step in their journey of administering justice. For the new judicial officers, it is a beginning of a lifelong journey which will give you an opportunity to exercise sovereign judicial powers of the state. The hopes and aspirations of society are vested on the shoulders of judicial officers. Your work and conduct should be such as to instill trust and confidence in the masses. On this occasion, I take the opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice Ravi Shanker, Chief Justice, Punjab and Haryana High Court and Patron-in-Chief, Chandigarh Judicial Academy, for sparing his valuable time to encourage the training officers. We are greatly indebted to His Lordship for his motivating address and valuable words. Your Lordship is our guiding force and the Academy looks forward to his continuous support. My sincere gratitude to Honorable Mr. Justice ArunPalli, President, Board of Governors of Academy, for sharing his wealth of experience and knowledge and for guiding the trainee judicial officers in their journey. Thank you, my lords, for your words of wisdom to the young judicial officers. My heartfelt gratitude to all the members of Board of Governors, Chandigarh Judicial Academy. The Academy thrives and flourishes under your able guidance. Thank you, my lords, for gracing the occasion. I also express my gratitude to all the dignitaries of the dais. I am also thankful to Dr. Balram K. Gupta, Honorary Chief Advisor, Academic Matters, faculty members, and staff of Chandigarh Judicial Academy for richly contributing for success of this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before we move further, I have a few requests to be made. After the function is over and the national anthem is played, all the honorable dignitaries on the dais, faculty members, trainee judicial officers are requested to gather outside for a group photograph. After the group photograph, honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais are invited for lunch at reading room. Trainee judicial officers are requested to proceed for lunch in the dining hall. May I now request all of you to rise from your seats for national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कलवङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे